Life always holds harsh truths that you may not want to accept. However, if you face them courageously, you will grow wiser, free from illusions, expectations, and the consequent disappointments. Understand, be ready to accept, and navigate through with ease. 1. You'll never realize how important what you have is until you lose it. 2. The loyalty of a woman is tested when her man has nothing. The loyalty of a man is tested when he has everything. 3. When we lie down, fame, money, status, titles, they all lose their meaning. Our graves look the same except for the name carved on top. 4. Don't hastily judge a person by their appearance. Remember that the more someone hides, the more they conceal. 5. Don't believe what people post on social media. It's only what they want you to know. 6. When you are truly bedridden, that's when you no longer have to fear anything. People will fear you then. Friends and family will fear lending you money. Your parents will fear you not recovering. Your spouse will worry you'll make them tired. Your boss will fear you not returning to work, so they quickly find someone to replace you. Doctors fear you won't be able to cover medical expenses. They remind or temporarily stop medication when they see your family hasn't paid. 7. Growing up, you'll understand that in this world, you are your pain, your suffering, and your fatigue, and others' sympathy only goes so far. Even if someone agrees with you, the one who cleans up the mess is yourself. 8. Nobody gives anything to anyone. And the ending of the story, opening one's mouth to become a beggar, has never been a beautiful ending. If you want something, strive to attain it. 9. Don't blame the world. You are just an individual among billions of people. Your existence in reality is not that significant. 10. 10 years ago, people judged you based on your parents' income. 10 years later, people judge your parents based on your income. 11. Never regret what happened in the past, as at that time it was exactly what you wanted. 12. If you expect people to be kind to you just because you're kind to them, it's like expecting a lion not to eat you just because you don't eat him. Life is inherently unfair. Learn to adapt. 13. Even their close ones don't treat them well. What right do you have to expect goodness from them? 14. No matter how many good things you do, if you do one bad thing in the eyes of others, you are the bad person. 15. In this world, everyone acts for their own interests first. Everyone cares about what others think of them. So, don't delude yourself into thinking you are the center of the universe. 16. What can be stripped away, the shell of a person, is to see what they do and why they do it. Other things might just be well-hidden masks. 17. Never expect others to empathize with you, especially the envious ones. 18. No one is born with the responsibility and duty to help everyone, and nothing falls from the sky naturally. 19. If you don't get a response from someone, they deliberately chose not to answer you. Stop defending those who treat you poorly early enough, and you will be closer to those who respect you sooner. 20. Sometimes it's not a person who has changed, but just their mask that fell off. 21. No matter how much someone loves and cares for you, they always put their interest first. Most people try to exploit you as long as possible, no matter what it is. Therefore, set your limits and don't let anyone exceed them. 22. Loneliness is not about being alone, but feeling lost even in a crowd. 23. Others don't care as much as you think. That's the truth. We tend to act according to what the crowd thinks or expects, because we are stuck with our own issues, lacking confidence, and fearing public criticism. But the truth is, not many people really care about what you do, think, or feel. They are busy with their lives and hardly concerned about what is happening around them, especially if it doesn't benefit them. 24. The rich are not necessarily happy, but the poor are certainly unhappy. Money doesn't give you everything, but it gives you a lot. 25. Everyone will change, and everything will change in 10 years. We won't be the same as today, our thoughts and perceptions of life will be different. 26. People will never look at your self-respect. What they care about is the success you achieve. So don't emphasize or exaggerate your self-respect too much before achieving success. 27. No one loves you as much as you and your parents do. You may have heard this 1,000 times, but don't put absolute trust in anyone, not even yourself or your parents. 28. Your own money makes you spend, can build a confident personality, and prevent you from being oppressed. 29. In the 8 billion people on Earth, whether you exist or not, the world remains the same. The world doesn't care about you much, so live happily. 30. Life is like a wheel of fortune, going up and down, and nobody stays at the top forever, nor does anyone stay in one place forever. Everything follows the law of cycles. 31. To achieve what you want, diligence alone is not enough. There are many factors involved. Anyway, strive to gather resources along the way when opportunities are easier to seize. 32. Never share your secrets with anyone because you, and only you, cannot keep them, hoping someone will. 33. Social relationships outside of family are only valuable as long as there are benefits. Family is the last place to return. 34. On social media, everyone is playing a role to attract attention, curiosity. Nothing is random, it's all a script. 35. In the past, acquiring new knowledge meant reading books and articles. Today, new knowledge is essential for finding information. 36. The more intangible, supernatural, and incomprehensible something is, the easier it is to manipulate and lead the crowd. 37. Idolizing someone too much is a sign of insecurity and risks losing oneself to the idol's influence. 38. The rich may not necessarily be happy, but the poor are undoubtedly suffering. Money doesn't give you everything, but it gives you a lot. 39. Meetings nowadays are not just conversations. Sometimes they're tools for self-promotion. 40. Never boast about something. What you boast about may mean nothing to others. It only shows a lack of confidence and immaturity. 41. People who believe in fortune-telling palmistry are signs of helplessness, not enough confidence in their abilities. 42. Forgiveness may be easy, but trusting again is not as simple. 43. If you don't build your dreams, others will use you to build theirs. 44. Don't rely on anyone in this world because even your shadow leaves you in the dark. 45. Money can solve 99% of problems. The remaining 1% is power. 46. Understand that everyone is a frog. The only difference is the well they're in. 47. No one is irreplaceable in this world. So breaking up might be painful, but don't let yourself drown in that pit. It's not worth it. 48. Only share the process of achievement when the plan is successful because no one wants to hear lectures from a failure. 49. Don't use secrets to attract friends because you don't have many secrets to hold them permanently. 50. People may criticize and make fun of themselves, but you should never add fuel to the fire. 51. The best way to succeed is to follow the advice you give to others because it is insightful and not influenced by emotions. 52. For daily conversations, people will only remember how being with you feels, whether it's enjoyable, sad, comforting, rather than the content exchanged. 53. Be careful about what you say. If you're unsure, don't say it because those words might be turned into swords and stab you in the back later. 54. We often remember that no joy is everlasting, but we forget that no pain is permanent either. 55. When receiving gifts from someone, remember that every gift comes with its own purpose. Accept it only if you fulfill the giver's purpose. Otherwise, reject it without losing anything. 56. Personality and attitude are entirely different. My personality reflects who I am, while my attitude depends on how I behave, because even saints can frown and demons can smile. 57. There's no need to strain to maintain relationships with everyone because holding on to one relationship can strain others. If you must choose, maintain relationships with those who have good intentions and support. You'll realize its usefulness 10 years later. 58. When making friends, take your time to observe and understand carefully. However, when it comes to forming a close bond, do it quickly to avoid complications later or halfway change of heart. 59. When people say love is more important than money, ask if they have ever paid for a restaurant meal with a hug or a confession of love. 60. Don't waste money because you might become unemployed tomorrow.